Okay, what's up? I'm just doing all these in one fell swoop, so that's why it's not that I dress in the same clothes every day. But um, sorry, I don't have any props today. Maybe I have some props I can break out for you, make things a little bit more jazzy. But anyway, I guess I'll just have to start doing some little dance steps in between. It's Friday, folks. I feel good. I'm just trying to get some stuff pushed out there, so I already have it done, and I have to come out here this weekend and get it done. Hopefully you've had a chance to look at Tuesday. Again, I'm doing it one day at a time, short videos instead of the long ones as much as possible. Let me know if anything you can't see stuff. If this doesn't work for you, then just let me know. Okay, so the subject of this is a complicated sentence in a sense. You have the subject, you did hear is working together. This is your verb. Hear what? Hear that. Mark got a scholarship to play football for the Florida State Seminoles. All of this is a direct object because of this relative pronoun clause. Okay? So, hear what? Hear that Mark got a scholarship. And then within that relative pronoun clause, that Mark got a scholarship to play football for the Florida State Seminoles is a dependent clause, right? Subject, verb, Mark got what? He got a scholarship. So scholarship is also a direct object. Maybe if I make this another color, it'll be more obvious. Make the long direct relative pronoun clause is a direct object. In scholarship, got a scholarship to play football is an infinitive phrase, and for the Florida State Seminoles is an adverbial prepositional phrase, right? And Florida State Seminoles is the object of the preposition, right? So your main subject is you did hear. That's a sentence. You did hear what? You did hear that Mark got a scholarship. So to be a direct object, it answers that question. You did hear what? You did hear that. And all of this is a direct object, which is also a dependent clause. Okay? Get that down in your notes. That's Tuesday. Take a look at some vocabulary real quick. We left off with benign. The benign wooden gun. We'll talk about the wooden gun when we get to Transcendentalists. Henry David Thoreau said that the government is like a wooden gun. Because if it's not doing what the people want it to do, then it's kind of useless, right? The government is put there by the people, but then if the government doesn't do what the people want it to do, then it's sort of, he used the wooden gun metaphor to describe it, especially in the sense that an army is doing things, like the government is doing things with its army. He was specifically talking about the War of 1812 and the Mexican-American War that he was not down with, and even went to jail because he didn't pay taxes for that war. He got out in a day, but anyway, he still made his, he wrote about it in Civil Disobedience, which we will talk about later on in the semester. All right, so here you have this young lady seems to be angry on one side and happy on the other. Her blank moods are difficult to anticipate. Capricious. Cap means head, and is full of the head, like a captain is the head of the ship. And capricious basically means shifting, changing suddenly, fickle. If you know people like that, they can be very, you don't know what you're going to get. You might say the wrong thing. Santiago in The Alchemist, if you read that book, said that the desert is a capricious lady, because the desert could be beautiful and serene in the morning, and by the afternoon it can be dust storms and violent heat, right? Next up, banal. Because of his overused trite remarks, his speeches are banal, which means what? Trite, you know what that means? Overused, cliche, right? Common, ordinary, lacking freshness. Here's a fun synonym that you might not know and might want to add to your notes. Hackneyed. Hackneyed is lacking originality, right? Nobody wants the hip hop star who's always biting on somebody else's style. Is kind of banal, right? Banal, a band actually means deep, right? You know, so like it's like they're trying to be deep, but it just comes off as sort of trite. Here we go. Since we have a deadline, do not blank over your work. Dawdle means to dilly-dally, not get stuff done, right? To waste time, to spend time idly, to move in a lackadaisical manner. I know I'm going kind of quick because you can always pause the video and add these to your notes, but I do want you to add them to your notes, especially in the Cornell note style with the word and the part of speech on the left and the definition and synonyms, antonyms, and stuff on the right, so you can fold your paper over. You do what works for you, but that is a good method, right? Here you have this poor fella. He looks like he's kind of like on the outside of the in crowd here. I'm out with the in crowd. You ever heard that song by Sam the Sham? Probably not. You should look it up. It's a good one. The blank of another's character is a horrible thing. Defamation. To defame someone is like to humiliate or disparage was a word that we used last week. You'll notice a lot of overlap with a lot of these words. You take the ones that are most beneficial to you, that they feel most natural to incorporate into your vocabulary, right? Here we go. The English teachers were having a blank discussion about the correct usage of some obscure word. We had the word obscure last time. The word here is esoteric. I think we used this as a synonym last week. Understood by only a group of select few. So anybody that does palmistry at this point, people that read palms, palm readers, and fortune tellers, very esoteric crowd. Where do they even hang out? I'm not sure. In a cave, in a tent, or right down the street. Maybe your Aunt Sylvia is one, like mine. I'll tell you about her someday. She can read palms. She also has a good cure for warts. And then, actually, that was our last word for today. All right. Do good work, people. Look out for your assignment.